Welcome back to the Ben News Channel, where we troll with truth and expose political math so bad it makes Common Core look like rocket science. Remember when Democrats were banging their chests like Harambe the gorilla? We'll take on Trump. We'll fight the billionaires. Yeah, that lasted as long as a Biden handshake. And they went from demanding $1.5 trillion to literally begging for $20 billion. That's a 99% discount. Even Black Friday doesn't go that low. And after holding America hostage with a shutdown, we'll call it the Schumer shutdown, they're calling it a victory. We got $20 billion, sure, like a kid bragging about finding a quarter under the couch. These geniuses caused chaos, hurt their own voters, and now want a freaking participation trophy because technically they didn't walk away empty-handed. Meanwhile, the rest of us are wondering if anyone in D.C. passed high school math. You've got Democrats claiming it's $20 billion a year, which apparently adds up to $2 trillion over 10 years. Yeah, if you do your math in your room, Biden counts his ice cream scoops, that's 10 years, $20 billion, that's $200 billion. You're way off. And what's it all for? Well, we're going to talk about that. But look at this. This is Senator Chris Murphy. He suggests the Dems could end the shutdown if the GOP agrees to a $20 billion deal, far less than the prior $1.5 trillion ask. And the Democrats are in full panic mode right now. We've got all the clips to show it. Smash the like and subscribe button and let's troll the truth.
Mr. President, open enrollment is 5 days away.
Ooh.
Starting this Saturday, tens of millions of Americans face the specter of financial crisis, all while Donald Trump is dancing on the tarmac in Malaysia. Donald Trump may be having a nice time abroad, but people here at home are dreading open enrollment. Insurance plans that cost $300 or $400 a month will suddenly cost $2,000 a month or more.
Well, that's the good old Affordable Care Act under Barry Soetoro, Barack Hussein Obama, and Big Mike. That's all this is about. And more importantly, what this is about is Chucky Schumer and all the other Democrats depend on illegal aliens to vote for them. Not only that, they depend on insurance companies to donate to their campaigns. That's where the real story is. And Chuck went into the Senate today where it's shut down, but they're still getting paid. You and I are not getting paid, or if you're a government worker, you're not getting paid. So where's the double standard, Chuck? Do you really care about America, or is this more of a vendetta against Donald Trump?
There have been reports, Mr. Speaker, that Leader Schumer enhanced subsidies. Can you confirm that has been something that Senator Schumer... Yeah?
Yeah, I can confirm it. He said it publicly, breathlessly. He's complained that four leaders won't go in a back room, smoke-filled room, and make a deal. That's not how this works. I don't operate that way. When I became Speaker, I vowed to my colleagues that we would return to regular order. I would decentralize the Speaker's office, and it would not be a top-down, hoisted upon the membership kind of program anymore. This is a member-driven, consensus-driven operation. That's how the founders intended it to work. They did not want four people to go in a back room and make a deal. By the way, I couldn't do that on something as complicated as extension of Obamacare COVID subsidies.
I have to give Mike Johnson the big hand salute. And he just exposed Chuck Schumer and all the other Democrats. They wanted a back room, some of them like the back door deals. And I'm really surprised there's still a statue. I believe that's Andrew Johnson down there in the hallway. But Mike Johnson, big salute to you for coming out and showing the American people and telling us that that's exactly what this is. This is political theater. This is a soap opera. This is As the World Turns. This is Young and the Restless. This is the Washington Slimes at work. And Chuck, you just got called out by the Speaker of the House.
So I brought you a little visual aid here to just remind everybody what the simple facts are. Four simple facts here. The Democrats are required to open the government. They keep saying Republicans are in charge of government. We aren't, not in the Senate. 60 votes control the Senate, not a bare majority. And so point number one, Democrat votes are required to open the government. Point number two, they refuse to do it. They have now voted 12 times to keep the government closed.
So anytime you hear the Democrats say that the Republicans are keeping the government shut down, it's another optical illusion that even David Copperfield would be proud of. The Democrats have voted 12 times to keep the government shut. This is where the lies continue.
Right, is your character is that you can run as the vice president.
Yeah, I'd be allowed to do that.
Is it the White House counsel to your legal position?
No, you'd be allowed to do that, but I wouldn't. I would. I think it's too cute. Yeah, I would rule that out.
So Donald Trump is flying back from Malaysia after signing multiple deals and continues to troll Chuck Schumer and the rest of the left, saying he could run as a vice president and then the president, J.D. Vance, could step down and Trump will get a third term. The minds, the heads, the morality is going to explode. Get a whole new box of tampons for The View. Now let's roll through this. This is food stamps by ethnicity. Apparently 42 million people in the United States are on SNAP, EBT, food stamps, whatever you want to call it. And let's look at the ethnicity of the top people here that are receiving the benefits. Afghans, Somali, Iraqi, Dominican, Caribbean, Native American, Puerto Rican, Cuban, Black, 24%, Arab, Cambodian, Haitian, Pacific Islander. Look at all these. You have to scroll all the way down to the bottom. Let's go right down to the very bottom before we see an American flag. That's right. Americans, white Americans, 8.6%. Hell, the Indians and the Italians are the only ones getting less food stamps than the American people, than white American people. You know, people like me. And what it's all for, this is just optics. They don't care about working Americans. They care about headlines. They'll burn down the entire economy for a single CNN clip or chyron that says Democrats secure a $20 billion deal. They hurt SNAP recipients, entry-level federal workers, veterans, and then blame Republicans for the smoke they started. These people aren't fighting for the poor. They're using the poor as political hostages. And let's be real, the GOP shouldn't give them a single penny. You want to bail out after your own tantrum? No. Actions have consequences, and voters are watching this circus. I want you to see one of the meltdowns.
Where are the celebrities? Where are the mothers? Where is Kim Kardashian? Where is Cardi B? Where is Taylor Swift? Where is Beyonce? 40 million people are about to lose their food assistance, and they do not care because they are part of the system. Wake up! Nobody needs Skims when they're actually skin and bone. Nobody needs 12 albums with the same music. Wake up! They don't care. They want you to starve. Starve them. Do not buy their stuff.
For some reason, this lady is surprised that celebrities don't care. I can't believe that she's actually having a meltdown. But we've got all the clips, we've got all the information, and they hate us for it. Anyways, that's what I got for you guys. Thanks for watching. The meltdowns are only going to get better the closer we get to November 1st. And 43 million people on EBT and SNAP. The real problem is all the fraud. And the fraud has been going on for a long damn time. Some of the people that are saying we're MAGA and America first are now freaking out when the government doesn't give them another penny. If you can work, go to work. There are people that can't. Take care. I'll see you on the road.